Hello there. I am a Filipino cat. I um I live in Metro Manila, a big mega city, city or whatever, big area, and never left the Philippines because I'm not rich. I can't afford it. Uh, uh, so I'll be reacting to Fat Little Asian Man's video of Filipino racism is the most confusing racism. Okay, let's start.
Little Asian man. And this is the Philippines. Due to the rule
Wait, yep, Jollibee, 44 Celsius. Ooh, Patsy Canton and Milo, and also yeah, the bagyos or the storms.
Due to the rule of Pinoy, now that I have just said the word Philippines, this video's comment section will now be full of Philippines mentioned wrong
Raw.
or proud to be Pinoy.
Hold on, let's check the comments. Hold on. Raw, yeah, fucking knew it.
Just click on any other video about the Philippines and yeah, they'll be there. Obviously, it's clear that Filipinos are very proud of their culture, as they should be of course.
I mean, we don't have many things to be proud of. Like in for us, if like a if a Filipino like achieves something, even if it's like even if it's only like half Filipino, we feel proud for them. Like hey, he's half this person is half Filipino, and they achieved something really amazing. So we are proud of them. We collectively feel proud as long as they share even some Filipino blood in them. Then we're proud for them when they achieve something. Yeah, Philippines deemed as one of the world's friendliest countries. Depending on where the area, there are definitely some dangerous areas in Philippines. I mean, I mean, pretty much every country has a dangerous area, multiple dangerous areas. The Philippines is no exception. Everything you need to know about the Filipino food, the next great American cuisine. The fuck? I mean, just because Jollibee is like opened up in America like last year or last year, the fuck? Jollibee, from Filipino fast food icon to rising star in the US. Oh, Jollibee, if I remember correctly, I don't, was it really founded by a Filipino? I don't think it was. I think, I forgot exactly, but I think it was founded by like a Chinese migrant. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while. I forgot. But, yeah, I don't think it was founded by a Filipino, a pure Filipino at least.
Course. But next to comments full of the Filipino flag, you can see comments like this.
Yeah. Saludos, saludos amigos. Happy weekend, Philippines. God bless you guys. Good luck traveling. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang Philippines. Yay. And this next side, having ancestors in the KKK. Americans. Sweats refusely. Filipinos. Celebrate. Uh, for context, the KKK in the Philippines is different from the KKK in America. The KKK is like a revolutionary party from way back then when we were still colonized. Hold on. Okay, back. Just my brother handed me something off before he left. Is yeah, KKK in the Philippines is a revolutionary group from back then. I think it's revolutionary group is the right word. Pretty much a group of people who were against the our colonizers at the time. I think it was Spanish colonizers or whatever.
All talking about how
Bro, if you can just understand Philippine racism. Here I was thinking Philippines number one in Asian racism. Yeah, it's a bit complicated. We both love each other, but also hate each other. Depends.
Filipino racism is number one. This is what confuses me. How do Filipinos have the most pride and love for their country, but also seem to be the most racist to their own?
World's friendliest countries 2024. Local friendliness towards both locals and foreigners. Costa Rica's number one. Okay. Indonesia second. Brazil third. Okay, didn't expect that. Philippines fourth. Dang, we're only fourth, not even third. Dang. Fifth, Vietnam fifth. Mexico sixth. Colombia seven. Uh, let me just raise quality. Oman is eight. Thailand is nine. Egypt is 10. Ah, I heard a lot of things that I heard a lot of bad things are happening in Egypt though. Kenya is 11, Greece is 12, Panama is 13, Spain is 14, Portugal is 15, United Arab Emirates is 16, New Zealand 17, China 18, Ireland 19, Australia 20, Bahrain 21, Cyprus 22nd, Qatar 23, Malaysia 24, India 25. And the most racist countries in the world, we're number 6. Yay!
Own people. I mean, it's natural for people to have a love-hate relationship with their own country, but for Filipinos, there doesn't seem to be any middle ground.
Yeah, you either there are only two extremes. There's no middle ground. At least for most.
It's either 100% Pinoy pride in all caps, or living here is hell, I want to be reborn. This confusing nature made me want to make sense of Filipino racism
How do you know so much about foreign history? I am racist.
even more.
Yeah, I
To
mean,
try
you gotta know about the other cult. You gotta know about the culture of this ethnic group to be racist against them. Philippines is so racist, we're racist to ourselves. Yeah, bro, you can just yeah, okay, yeah. Filipino here. The Philippines has various cultures, ethnicities, and all. We don't even need outside factor. We discriminate ourselves. Yep, true. And in the Philippines, we hate each other from other provinces. Yep. Here I was thinking Philippines number one. Yep. Okay.
and understand the racism I was introduced by my own viewers. Something only possible by understanding the geography, culture, and history to see why Filipino racism is on a next level. Now, one thing before we begin, I'm not Filipino, I'm Korean,
Yeah.
which means I am definitely not
You know when foreigners like take the time to learn about our culture and such, we are very happy. Like very happy. Like it it shows that they appreciate our culture and our history and who we are. So, like, even if a foreigner speaks like broken, like the bare bones broken Tagalog, the language of the Philippines, we are very happy. Like, we want to, like, we encourage them to learn more or just be very happy that, hey, this foreigner is taking the time to learn about us. So, we, like, I celebrate them, we're happy for them, everything, really.
an expert. I started from my curiosity alone. This video was only possible because of my Filipino friends at university who helped me guide through the lore of the Philippines.
Yeah, just, for those who don't know, we Filipinos are everywhere. Like the main source of our income, like the highest source of our income for the country is OFWs or foreign Filipino workers overseas sending money back to the Philippines. That's our biggest source of income. And OFW means overseas Filipino workers.
So please comment for any corrections or things I missed out. Thanks.
Body pain?
Fuck!
Use Salon Pass.
With the right
Another
penetration
ad.
of ingredients, relieves pain immediately, gives more
Fuck off!
Because of all the Filipino
I've been yapping so much with only less than 2 minutes in. I'm sorry, but This is how reaction videos should be. Yapping and pausing and yapping.
Filipino presence online.
Philippine people in the Philippines spend the most time online. Global report finds. Yeah. We're very we spend most of our time on online. It's unless you're a person who needs to work uh a lot, like you're a jeepney a transport driver for like 8 hours a day or something. And so let's continue. I keep going off. The Philippines, a billion texts later, Pinoys remain among world's most internet savvy users. Not me. I'm kind of stupid.
It's easy to think the Philippines is one country with just one homogeneous
Oh
people,
no, we're
but there's
not.
actually like 200 ethnic groups and
Yeah.
different languages, spanning across 7,000 islands and a 113 million population. That's why the country is actually more like different
Up top is Minecraft, Stardew Valley, GTA, No Man's Sky, Outlast, Bloodborne, Punch Out, Call of Duty Warzone, Animal Crossing, and Wrath.
online game servers. But we're going to go over the three major ones today:
The Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, right?
Luzon, Visayas, and
And Mindanao.
Mindanao.
Okay.
Luzon is the GTA server.
Yep. Yep.
Everything from night
Wait.
Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Luzon is the GTA server.
Oh wait. That. For a second I thought this was Carriedo. Yeah, pretty sure this is a Carriedo. Yeah, I don't remember that seeing that. And okay, yeah, this is Carriedo. This is
Everything
Luzon
from
probably.
knife-wielding tondos to
Yeah.
quiet-speaking Ilocans are here. But it's
Yeah, depends on the area. You will meet people who will fucking murder you, probably. Or at least rob you at knife point. Or machete point.
most notable for the Metro Manila region, the largest city area in the country. A total of 52
Yeah, this is where I'm from. This is where I live. Metro
million
Manila.
people live in Luzon, with 13 million in Metro Manila alone. The Manileños are basically the main
Manileños.
with 13 million in Metro Manila alone. The Manileños
Manileños, the people from Manila City, which is like the capital of the Philippines. They're like they're pretty much the upper class, if you can say that. Yeah. I'm not from Manila, so people from outside Manila, if you had to rank from people, Manileños, people from Manila are at the top. People from still in Metro Manila, but not in Manila City, at second, and then everyone else third.
are basically the main characters of Filipino racism. Maybe it's because all the people are crammed together in the bad traffic, cooking under the Filipino sun.
Yep.
They are exceptionally skilled at being racist to everyone. Manileños are often stereotyped, by themselves mostly, that they are modern, sophisticated city people, with rich English-speaking coños.
Okay, yeah, yes, that's pretty true. Like they drink Starbucks, Starbucks every day because they learn from online that that's how like Americans do it. That's how Americans live. Starbucks every day.
Sipping matcha lattes. They call the rest of the country province people.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah, fuck them. I'm from Metro Manila, but I'm not from Manila City, so fuck people from Manila City.
Making fun of rural areas and other Filipinos that have distinct accents. Their biggest rivals are the Cebuanos in the Visayas region, aka the Stardew Valley server. Visayas is famous for its beautiful beaches and scenery, with their cozy
Yep.
inland farms. Obviously,
Yeah, we have very good beaches. This is our beaches are one of the main tourism factors in the Philippines. Like we get a lot of tourists coming to for just the beaches alone. And that is Is this the Banawi rice terraces or is no wait, this is the Chocolate Hills probably.
famous for its beautiful beaches and scenery, with their
Yan Bohol.
cozy inland farms. Obviously contrasting with the big city areas of Manila, the Cebuanos are known for being loud, fun-loving, and chill, which is why they laugh at Manileños for being busy, boring, and arrogant.
Eh,
And
what
chill,
did that say?
which is why they laugh at Manileños for being busy,
Metro Manila traffic is the second worst in the world? Second worst? Fuck, it was that bad? I I think the first is the worst. The worst one is the Chinese in China. China traffic.
boring,
But
and
wow, we're second? Rah, we're second in something. Even though it's really bad.
arrogant. Cebuanos hate it when a Tagalog corrects their
It's kumain, not magkain.
grammar or roast them for not ever being in a mall before. Outside from the main drama, you've got Ilocanos and North Luzon who get bullied for speaking quietly and being really stingy, but are too busy working to really get.
Yeah. Like we work some people work $7 an hour, which is right now at $1 is 59 pesos. And with 59 pesos, depending on if you know where to look, you can get a rice meal for that much for 59 pesos. So in $1, if you go to a if you know a place, which there are quite a lot, like just go to a carinderia or a small eatery, then you can usually get a meal for less than $1. For $1 sometimes, depending on the meal. Maybe it's yeah, depending on the eatery. Some eateries price their food at quite like almost $2, like 80 pesos for a rice meal.
Care. There's also the Juarez, who even the Manileños don't bother, as they're known for being tough, probably from enduring all those typhoons. Because of Manileños looking down on
Yeah, the the Manila people, the in the capital city in the Philippines, yeah, they pretty much think of themselves as aristocrats or nobles, looking down on everyone else that aren't from Manila.
provinces, naturally you would think it's Luzon versus Visayas and Mindanao. However,
Not really.
Mindanao is busy fighting their own battles.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. I forgot if it's still ongoing. I think it's just solved now. I think it was resolved like last year or last year.
Literally, Mindanao is the Call of Duty server. In a country where over 90% are Christians,
Yep.
there's a unique Muslim population in Mindanao. For a few decades, there were
Yeah, like the Christianity or Catholicism is the most popular is pretty much the general religion of the Philippines. I do I'm not in Manila, but I'm still in Metro Manila, so I still see some Muslims like wearing hijabs and the little cap they wear. So I still see them from time to time. I even had one I even had one Muslim girl as a classmate in back then. I wonder how she's doing. Like I'm not gonna uh I'm not gonna talk about her. Because I don't yeah, let's continue.
armed separatist groups like MILF,
Yeah. The Moro Islamic Liberation Front. Yeah. So when you say MILF in other countries, they usually mean uh like hot older women. But in some parts of the Philippines, when you say MILF, we think of these people, the Moro Islamic Liberation Front.
that got heavy media attention and it was quite dangerous.
Yeah.
Even though the region is decently safe now, that image of guns firing and bombs exploding was stuck, and everyone knows Mindanao as an FPS free-for-all. Now, if this was all Filipino racism had to offer, it wouldn't be Filipino racism,
Protein
Fuck.
feed for any role.
Oh, is that Korean guy?
Lakas maka supabat.
it would be Filipino regional quarrels. But the reason why it's racism is because your worth is calculated
where it is calculated by your skin color.
Calculated based on where you're from and especially your skin color.
Yep. The yes, we yes, this is true, very much true. If you have like this isn't always the case, but for lots of people in the Philippines, the darker skin color you are, uh, the less you are taken seriously, and the lighter you are, uh, the more you are seen as like um educated people, and you don't have to because the thought process is like the darker skin you are, that means you are more likely to be working out in the sun. You're like laborers.
A lot of Filipinos grow up in a culture where
Yep.
having lighter skin color is treated as
Um, I don't know. I don't know most of these celebrities. I'm not the type to keep up, but I do know this one, Marian Rivera. That's all I know. This one looks familiar. I've seen her before in the dramas, but everyone else I don't know.
beautiful, wealthy, and desirable. My Filipino friends told me they grew up with their grandparents telling them you got whiter or mestizo like compliments, but were scolded if they were playing in the sun or left home without any sunscreen. It's why the skin whitening industry in the Philippines is massive. Products like whitening soaps,
Yeah, $1 billion.
injections, pills, and treatments are very accessible.
And some people take it too far. Like they go like way too far. Like I think I've heard of a case where yeah, there were several cases even now that where some folks like use products that weren't government approved, like health, like they weren't health stamped, like they weren't tested for safety and health, and yeah, bad stuff happened to their skin.
With one of the highest rates of skin lightener use in Asia. It's to the extent where people
Yeah, like this case, people use mercury products.
put mercury on their skin. It's also really evident by how the more darker skinned Filipinos are viewed as wild, exotic jungle dwellers. It's because darker people are more likely to be from the multiple
Yeah.
indigenous communities like the Cordillera people. Apparently, there's a lot of tourists that treat them like they're cavemen from Night at the Museum. Now, I hear some of you furiously typing, that's because white skin is associated with nobility as they didn't work in the sun. Don't you know that? And
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
it
that's
is
what
true,
one of the reasons.
but it's not nearly as close
Yeah.
to explaining the full picture. In the Philippines, especially in schools, you can hear the N-word more than an episode of the Boondocks.
Okay, I have to explain this. The N word he's talking about isn't the same N word that that the folks in America think. The N word we're using, actually, I'll let this guy explain.
Why in a country with a presumed 0.5% black population uses the N-word so
We are talking about African Americans or uh, African people.
much? It's because the N-word's
Yep.
origin, negro, is still used to describe the darker skin
Yeah, the N word we mean is the word negro, which is black in Spanish. YouTube, don't ban me. It's a real word in Spanish, negro. This we actually use this normally. Fuck off. Uh, and sometimes we use negro when referring to dark skin men, dark skin males, like dark skin guys, and negra for dark skin girls or dark skin women.
population. The word negrito means small black person in Spanish, and was made by the Spanish to categorize groups like the Eta, Ati, or Acta people.
The Ati, Ata, Mamanwa, Batak, at Aeta.
They also renamed an entire island to Negros Island because the Ata people living there were apparently too black. The term negrito is still used today to categorize all these people.
Yep.
From an outsider's perspective, it kind of seems insane that negrito is still used because imagine if black people were still called that in US or Europe.
Remember, folks, just because America is the like the superpower of the world, doesn't mean everything that everyone thinks the same in eh.
Of course, Filipinos didn't make this label themselves. And to understand where this all comes from, we have to explain a crucial part of the Filipino identity
Colonized art when we were colonized, yay. Oh no. I didn't mean that.
and
Fuck.
history, the colonial mentality. Colonial mentality is the internalized PTSD you get from being colonized. Every
Yeah. Yeah, we still have that to this day. Like it's like almost ingrained to our psyche. I don't know how to explain it. Like it almost like we're born with it, like this colonial mentality.
single country that has been colonized has colonial mentality, in some shape or form, depending on how long or severely you were colonized. For the Philippines, colonial mentality forms as an internal idea that European or white is superior.
Yep. Because we were colonized for that long and most of our culture is from them. Like well not maybe not most, but a good chunk of it, a good portion of it is at least from the like mainland cities. If you go far enough from the mainland, then you'll probably find some people who are still like who aren't that colonized, who don't have that uh, just
Compared
whatever.
to something local. It's not something that Filipinos do because they hate their country. It's just trauma left over.
Yeah,
The colonizers might be long dead and gone, but their impacts on society still exist.
yeah.
In South Korea, the Japanese colonized us for like 35 years, which doesn't seem that long, but impacts are still here in everyday life. Did I forget to mention that Filipinos have been colonized for 380 years?
Yeah. Almost 4 centuries. We were colonized for that long. And most of it was from the Spaniards, Spanish people. And I think the Americans came next. Yeah, Americans came next for like 30 years. And then the Japanese came for like 10 years or less.
To put this into perspective, Japan's Edo period, the most impactful and important period for building Japan's culture and history, is only 260 years. Just imagine what 380 years of colonization does to a country. Hell, even the name Philippines comes from the Spanish colonial era, named after King Felipe II. The Spanish colonized the Philippines for around 330 years,
Yep.
changing the local culture into a social caste system based on blood purity, like they did in all their colonies. Basically, the whiter you are, the higher you are. Spaniards at the top, Mestizos second, Indios or inland Filipinos next, and Negritos at the very end. It's the colonizer classic, white equals cultured and black equals uncivilized. When the Americans took over for another 50 years after kicking the Spanish out, it was roughly the same thing. One thing though, the gap between urban and rural was intensified, especially through education programs that prioritized English-speaking mestizos,
Yep.
while more darker rural areas received labor training. So for generations, if you wanted to move up the ranks, the only choice was to become more white, by appearance, by language, and by behavior. Mestizos got their status by doing just that,
Yep.
while most Filipinos were cemented as laborers and Negritos were excluded entirely. Of course, this also means that mingling with Negritos was social death, as they were depicted as savages.
Ah, fuck another ad.
POV. Having my
Oh,
favorite
this
Korean fixed
stupid
drink.
Korean drink ad I always
You
get.
can kind of see that the colonial mentality isn't a personal preference, it was the rules that dictated how you survived
Yeah.
for generations. So, even though there's no colonial level segregation today, that idea of being white equals success and dark equals lesser is still here. It's why expensive private schools teach Shakespeare instead of Filipino literature.
No, we still learn about maybe in Manila it's different, but in private schools in my city, we still learn about like Filipino history and Filipino literature.
Why beauty standards are dominated by being whiter compared to Moreno, why owning American brands like Nike or Apple are a status symbol, even if they're made in Vietnam or China.
Personally, I do not like a branded products, like pointlessly branded products that are just expensive because of the brand. If it's like a trusted brand from like for like a appliance, then yes, I agree because you're buying the trust and the quality of the product. But if it's like designer products like bags, shoes, I don't really like those. They're just pointlessly expensive usually.
So it sounds like all the ethnicities, regions, population, and the colonial history would make Filipino racism a huge problem, right? Well, yes and no. It has its own problems, but for the most part, there are no serious ethnic conflicts, except for in Mindanao, like its other ASEAN siblings.
Yeah, we just bully each other. We don't actually like go hurt each other. We just bully each other. We just like harass each other.
It's the Filipino culture and identity that
Yay! Like a massive Zumba class and Jollibee.
keeps the racism contained. Even with all the islands and ethnicities, almost everybody here shares a Filipino experience, like being baked in the sun and also blown away by typhoons, going into overcrowded schools with boring araling panilipunan class.
I like this guy. He like he does a pretty good job pronouncing our words like Araling Panipunan. He does a pretty good job. And yes, schools are usually crowded. Even in private schools, it's still crowded. Not as much as public schools though.
Classes, but with delicious canteen food. Corruption that makes millions disappear per
Yeah, that's a big problem. The Philippines has one of the like highest corruption rates in the world, probably if I remember correctly. Yeah, billions of pesos in flood control, which is like maybe like 100 million in dollars, hundreds of millions in dollars. Yep, yep, corruption.
month, but there's Jollibee. So yeah, pretty painful, but kind of pleasant too. It's also the culture, which centers around family and community values,
Yep.
shared memory, and heritage. It's why Filipinos are chronically online and texting, not just to goon, but also because they value being connected to others. The internet actually helps to unite all the people isolated by the sea. This is why, even though there's still internet actually helps to unite all the people
Order some grab. How? Oh, like they're gonna go around? Like I thought they were gonna get on a boat. Imagine you're for Americans, like imagine you're a Uber Eats driver or DoorDash driver has to get on a boat to give your food to you.
isolated by the sea. This is why, even though there's so many different groups like Bicols eating chilies or Pangasinans drinking hot coffee at 50 degrees, everyone still shares the identity that they are Filipino, like having a 4-month Christmas season.
Yep.
Still shares the identity that they are Filipino, like having a 4-month Christmas season.
It's January like 18th now. And we still have Christmas decorations up. We have like this thing called bear months, like September, October, November, December. We call it bear months. Bear months because BER, and that's when we get festive for the holidays. For Christmas.
It's why racism has a sort of family vibe, as in Filipinos can bully each other, but outsiders should not dare to do so.
Yeah, we can like insult each other, bully each other, but if foreigners like try to make fun of us, we will get angry. We will get really angry. Like we can do it ourselves to ourselves, but if somebody from outside our country does it, they can go fuck themselves.
However, this casual approach to racism is also why it's a problem. The idea that racism is more about tough love and jokes becomes a problem when people address real issues going on today. There is still actual real
Discrimination from all walks of
discrimination against the darker, indigenous, and Muslim groups within the country, but calling it out is framed as introducing divisive Western politics.
Yeah, that makes sense. Fuck. Agree. We have so much stuff. There's so much problems in the Philippines that I'm not trying to undermine this, but I'm just saying that we have a lot of problems in the country. Like if you're not if you're privileged enough to worry about this, then you're usually not. Then you usually aren't working like 8 hours a day, like driving a jeepney or just in an office job.
Speaking of politics, Filipino politics is definitely one of the politics of all
Yeah.
time, because Filipino elections are basically choosing from either corruption with corruption on the side or corruption with extra corruption toppings, the result of
Yeah, it's usually picking the lesser evil. Like which one is the which politician is the least bad?
most policies don't turn out so great. Of
Yeah, like there's one case where for a regional hospital, they just laid the foundations and then left it for 2 years, then never came back.
course, as with all politicians, they will refuse to take responsibility and look to shift blame on other people.
Yeah.
When you have so much in common, the differences stand out even more, making it easier for people to blame other regions instead of the corruption. Politics and racism together is a recipe for disaster, and if left unchecked, it could be very divisive.
Yeah, that's probably the one of the main reasons why we're still a third world country. Like I think our current president promised that he'll work to make the Philippines a second world country or something, not a third world country anymore.
However, there is a bigger push from Filipinos frustrated by what they feel as wasted potential from their country.
Yeah, we have a lot of potential. I'm not okay. Maybe I'm saying that just because I'm a Filipino, but we do have a lot of potential. So it's like
Trying to
yeah,
end
let's keep going.
corruption and fighting against the colonial mentality and racism. As a lot of Asia is pushing for less corruption and actual change in their countries, let's hope that the Philippines can reach full potential instead of wasted potential.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Filipino racism. Again, I'm not Filipino, so I've had some help from my Filipino friends, but they've also told me that they're coños themselves and probably cannot give me the full picture. So please tell me what I've missed in the comments, I'm pretty curious too. Also, if you've enjoyed this video,
Yeah, this very great video, very educational. This guy did his research. Like he's actually more knowledgeable about my own country than me in some parts. Anyways, that should be it. Yeah, I'm gonna end stream now since it's 7 a.m. Like oops, yeah, it's 7 a.m. I'm gonna end stream now. Thanks for watching. Fuck, I forgot to change the stream title and category. Oh, I think I saw people dropping by and they just dipped immediately when they saw that I wasn't playing ZZZ anymore. Fuck. I hope I don't get reported. Nah, I won't get reported. Nobody cares enough about me. I don't even get. The only time I got more than 10 viewers was when I got raided, and that was just one time. Anyways, thanks for watching. Next stream I'll probably just play Nikkei. I'll catch up to the I'll play from like chapter 5 to like chapter 10, or as far as I can go before 7 a.m. or like 6:30 a.m. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you're still here, and huge thanks to the Crumb, that one guy on YouTube and Twitch who usually watches my stream before going to work. I very thankful to have that one person who always comes and chats, or at least tries to. Bye bye. Have a good day or morning, night, whatever you are. I hope you're safe. Have a good day. Eat well. Eat some water. Drink some water. Not okay. Maybe you can't eat water, but just drink water. Don't try to eat it. Bye bye.